Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of the live crypto trading room. Today is February 26th, 2024, foul year of our Lord. Hopefully everybody's doing absolutely fantastic wherever they happen to be tuning in from. Looking at Bitcoin today, let's just keep things nice and steady here. On the weekly time frame, as we can see, our game plan laid out quite nicely. We are looking for one of two scenarios. Since prices come up into the low volume node, we are looking for a big reversal in the $52,000, $53,000 range, which would kind of kick off the pre-halving dump that we have usually seen. March is typically not a good return year for cryptocurrency. March is typically not good for Bitcoin, and we do typically sell off into the halving in March, prior to. Yes, good morning, yes to crypto. What's going on, guys? I'll have to update the member goal here in just a second. Yeah, so again, we were looking for a big reversal at 52, 53,000. Why are we looking for a big reversal at 52, 53,000? Because we are in a low volume node. If we just zoom in here, we can see this a little bit better. We can see that price is in a low volume node here as identified by the visible range volume profile or volume profile visible range, whichever you prefer. We do know that there is a sufficient lack of liquidity here. This is why price really has only wicked into this area. And if we go back in history, we can see that price has not consolidated at this range prior. It has always kind of chunked through. Now, of course, since we have hung out here a little bit, well, not really. We haven't really hung out here a little bit. If you'll pay very close attention, you'll see we have retreated immediately from this low volume node. Every time price has wicked up into this area, we have not hung out in there. We have not hung out in there longer than any period in time. Good morning to you, Aaron Lind, as well. We have not hung out here for any period of time because price does not hang out in low volume nodes. Price does one of two things. Well, price does only one thing. It moves through a low volume node very quickly, and either it goes through it or it comes back. It reverses. So that's really the only two things. There's simple market dynamics, simple technical analysis dynamics that we can be aware of that will influence and affect your trading, ideally for the positive. So we do know that if price is able to blast through, if we know that price is going to blast through 52, 53,000, one potential tool that you can use as a trader is wait until price enters that area, and you can either trade the breakout, all right, or you can fade the breakout. You can fade the breakdown. You can fade the reversal. You can play the reversal. Now, we're not reversal traders, and we are bullish, so we are looking for this break. If we are able to close above 53,000, I believe we will go to 57, 58 very quickly. And if we do go to 57, 58, just again, in general, the idea of this big pre-halving dump becomes less and less, all right? So I want us to be on the right side of the market. I want us to be safe. I want us to be careful. I want us to make the right moves. Good morning, Benjai. So again, for traders, I am still recommending to just stay long. Absolutely nothing needs to change. Just stay long. Hold long-term positions. For the portfolio traders out there, for the positional traders out there, we're still in a bull market. Dips are for buying. What's the worst pullback the worst pullback we could see theoretically in Bitcoin if the pre-halving dump happens on the scale that we've seen it in previous years? That would be a movement down to probably the mid 30,000s with potentially a capitulation event that would put price down to the high 20,000s. Okay. This is exactly what we've seen in previous bear markets. Of course, bull cycles. Last bull cycle, we had the BitMEX meltdown in towards the end of March of 2020, which was the lowest price that Bitcoin traded then for 2 years. So again, if we get any big dumps, okay, they're buying opportunities long term. But for short-term trading, for day trading or intraday trading or 4-hour swings, this can be a difficult area to trade. I told you guys once we kicked off 2024 that Q1 2024 is typically difficult to trade, and it has been. Q1 has been kind of difficult to trade so far. Not a whole lot has happened. Of course, we've had the halving dump, and then prices ran up here to our $52,000 level. And so far, again, price is holding nicely. We had a weekly doji closure last week, so we can zoom in on that and see. Doji candle is indicative of indecision in the markets. All right, we can see on a grand scheme of things that price attempted to run up and bulls were unable to sustain price at these higher levels. But bears pushed price down, but they were unable to sustain price at these lower levels. Price just wanted to hang out nicely in the medium. This is relatively bullish, all right? The bears don't have strength, and the bulls are in control of the market. The bulls are the ones who have pushed us this far. So the bulls definitely still maintain control of the market. The bears have been unable to convincingly take control back away from them. And for that very simple reason, we want to maintain a bullish bias. We want to maintain long. Now, I want to get into kind of our meso timeframes here because I kind of want to get a trade on today. All right, so coming down here to our daily, again, what is the daily telling us? Wait for our EMAs to load here, guys. Okay. What is the daily telling us? Of course, nice bullish trend. We do have our moving averages, which have diverged quite far away from each other. There's a nice distance now. Our 55 has moved about 18% above our 200 moving average, and our 21 daily exponential moving average has moved about 6% above our 55 exponential moving average. All that to tell us, and of course, you can track and measure that. I know botters who actually pay attention to these kind of things. But let me update the member goal here real quick, guys. Right here. All right, you guys know how we do things around here. I won't be able to extend the stream today, guys. I apologize. That's why I wanted to hop on earlier, because I'm only going to be able to stream for about an hour today. We do have the carpet cleaners coming, and it's going to be very noisy and very loud here in my house here very soon. But I wanted to get in and give you guys an update, hopefully get some trades on for our kind of morning trading hour here. But as you guys know, if we do hit the member goal, if you guys become a sponsor of the channel, a channel member, we will extend the stream by 30 minutes typically, but we will do that tomorrow. So I will pay you guys tomorrow if we do end up hitting that lovely goal. And of course, thank you guys for all your support. Allows me to make free content like this. All right, daily time frame. Again, nice sideways consolidation. We did see here that daily volatility got crushed to the downside here as price was kind of moving down, but we didn't get any expansion of volatility. This is very important. We want volatility to get crushed to let us know that any resulting movement that comes out of that volatility crush will be a pretty profitable move, will be a big move worthy of trading. All right. And we can see that volatility got crushed moving into this sideways consolidation. And now we are finally beginning to see our first little bit of volatility expansion. And where is price moving? Price is moving up. All right. So typically, classically, we want to just accept that. We want to believe what the market is telling us here and likely trade in that direction. Of course, we do have resistance that we're coming up to, but, you know, we can definitely swing to the upside. There is 1 to 2% above us. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a member goal met today. Yes, sir. I love you guys. But we got to come in here. Look at this 4-hour candle. This is a very powerful 4-hour candle. And pay attention to the fact that down on the 4-hour time frame, we actually got volatility crush right prior to this movement. So a volatility crush coming down to retest the 55 exponential moving average. Do we have any? No, just bullish convergence here, right? Higher high in price, higher high on the RSI. True strength index, our momentum oscillator here has flipped bullish. I don't know. I have no idea what just happened there. There we go. Our true... It ran away from me. Our true strength index did end up flipping bullish actually a while ago. So this is confirming and telling us we should be trading to the long side. So everything's quite good. Now, to actually get a position in, we need to go down to the slightly lower time frames so that we're not a muppet here, okay, guys? So we'll just start off on the 15. And now we will update. You can see here that we blasted through our previously established liquidation zones. But let's go to, of course, our level 2 data that we get from not Glassnode, I'm sorry, CoinGlass every single day. And let's just look at how the liquidity profile has changed. So as we can see here, price has driven up into short liquidations and has cleared almost all of them out. So we have cleared almost all short liquidations. We now do have a little bundle of liquidations above us from 52,366 up to 52,686. So 366 to 646, 366 to 646. I can't. I have no good short-term memory. 52,346 to 52,636. Does that sound right? I think I got it wrong. 646, 366. Close enough. All right, so we do have the liquidation zone overhead. This is the last of the liquidations that we've tried to clear out. A little bit of resistance right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see a bit of a pullback right now. Probably makes a whole lot of sense here. I'm sorry, let's go grab our liquidations to the downside and see where price is incentivized to go. We do have a few liquidations, like $7 million at 51,200, 51,047. There's another $9 million in liquidations, but they don't really start in earnest until 50,927, and they go down to, so what do we got? 927 down to 487. 927 to 487. All right. Oh, there we go. So really our long liquidations haven't really changed at all. All right. Long liquidations haven't really changed at all. Okay, so liquidation zone above us, and I just want to get a clearer picture of that. Once we clear, let's go to let's go to daily. We might even have to go to the 24-hour to see this with a little bit more granularity. Come on. Let's try the 3-day. I just want to see what the overhang looks like. I mean, we got through the most significant liquidations at 177 million. So ideally, this could act as support now. 52,118. $52,118. So this would be a pretty aggressive pullback spot right here to buy. But I do like it. I do like it. All right. What do we got here? 15-minute volatility is now peaked. We are now overbought, which is completely fine. Again, you know, we've got a pretty big, we're in the middle of a pretty big 4-hour movement here with the last 45 minutes being extremely powerful. So I do feel, of course, we are a little late to this movement if we're not positioned. So let's just relax. Let's see what this liquidation zone holds for us in store, and see if we can maybe snipe an entry here at this at that 52,100 would potentially be a good thing. I do see that altcoins are actually starting to pick up a little bit, so let's just check. So game plan here for Bitcoin. Let's see here. Game plan here for Bitcoin. Well, if we take the 4-hour swing, we could definitely take the 4-hour swing on the IV crush and the expansion to the upside here. And I think that probably is the right move here to get the 4-hour swing. That makes a lot of sense to me. So yeah, we just have we have the downside volatility. TSI is telling us to trade to the upside. We've pulled back to our moving averages. We are looking for a nice move here. Good, I mean, good volume on the bike. I mean, what else do you want, guys? What else do we want? Kimo Zabi, shout outs to you, my friend. Good morning to you. What else do you want? All right, so we're gonna take this. We're gonna take this swing long, I do believe. And we just need to make sure we properly position. And then we'll worry about being precise down on the 15-minute. All right, that's all we're going to worry about. All right, $5,370 position size we're going to be taking. On the Bitcoin. And we are trading at a slight disadvantage because we can't take partial take profits, but our stop loss is going to be 51,522. And our take profit is going to be 50. Wait a second. Where did I? Please fix that. Thank you. And we're going to take our TP at 54,313. So we are really definitely banking on that breakout. 4,320. Good. All right. Just that way we have that way we have a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. All right. We can save ourselves a lot of trouble. Again, and I've run different strategies, of course, right? I've run strategies with asymmetric risk to reward ratios, and I typically do run asymmetric risk to reward ratios on my day trading. But when we're talking about swing trades, you want you typically do not. I mean, again, it all depends. It all depends on your back testing. It all depends on your personal strategy. But in my experience, personally for me, I prefer to have an asymmetric, I prefer asymmetric risk to reward on lower time frames where you have a lower margin for error. But on higher time frames where you have a much higher margin for error, I do prefer a beneficial risk to reward ratio. And it's just simple math, guys. It's just simple math. If you, let's just say you're a break-even trader. All right, let's just say you're a break-even trader. So this means that you are going to have, hopefully you guys like the privacy screen behind me. We got all the furniture moved out into the family room. So, but if you are a break-even trader, if you're not a great trader, if you just break even, you don't actually make money. But you know, you don't lose money. That's fine. If you're a break-even trader and your risk to reward ratio on your trades is equal, it's 1 to 1. All right. Well, that's why you're break even, right? If you're a break-even trader and you just change your risk to reward ratio from 1 to 1 to 2 to 1, you will instantly become a profitable trader. It's just simple math. So you want to put the odds in your favor, right? If you want to put the odds in your favor, if you win about half the time, if you winning a trade is a coin flip, okay, then putting your take profit twice as far away as your stop loss, all right, should push you into the profit. Yeah. There are some situations where the strategy is just not that great, but and so that you putting your take profit away actually makes you lose more trades. But in that particular situation, I think you're probably trading the wrong asset, and the strategy itself needs adjustment, right? Again, just things I think about. Okay. You know, gosh, I gotta fix that. Hold on a second. I think I can fix it with just a setting. I hate how the chat disappears. Yeah, okay. There was this option that says shut down source when not visible. Okay, I turned that off. So now the chat shouldn't disappear every time I go somewhere. And you guys are being quiet this morning, guys. Come on, man. What are you guys? You guys got me feeling like I'm all alone. Man Bear Bull, good morning to you, my friend. Let me know what you guys are trading. Let me know what you guys are positioned into. I do rely on you guys to like find good altcoins and stuff because I mostly just focus on the big ones here. Let's take a Gandy at Ethereum here, of course, as we continue our day. We can see that Ethereum has broken above the low volume node. We get a nice strong close. We didn't close. Let's see here. Yeah, we closed above 3,000. All right, so I think Ethereum's going to 3,600. I mean, that's pretty simple. All right, so we needed to get in that daily swing. We did get that nice, beautiful weekly closure above 3,000. That's exactly what we're looking for. What is going on with you, TradingView? You get that nice, beautiful close above 3,000. That's exactly what we were looking for here. And we are, yeah, I think 3,600 is incoming. So we don't want to take trades on the weekly. We do want to take trades on the daily. And like, are we well positioned for that? I think, well, we said we were going to trade the break of 3,000, right? We said we were going to trade the break of 3,000. So like what are we really doing here, right? Said we were going to take the break of 3,000. So let's just be true to our words and do the damn thing. And we think we're going to go to 3,700. So I think I'm going to risk it for the biscuit on this particular trade. And what we're going to do is, all right, we've got our position here. Life's good. We're going to take that swing long on the daily. And we are going to be targeting 3667. 3667 with a stop at 2,900. $14.22 on Mr. Ethereum. We did say 2,900 and 3667 for the TP. That'll look good. Always double check your trades before you hit the green button, ladies and gentlemen, or the red button. Make sure your position size is right. Make sure your targets are right. Because once the trade's in, you can't go back. All right. Current ATR is 3.51% daily volatility. We are going to be using a 2x multiple of that. So we have about a 7% stop loss, and we're targeting a 14% move to the upside. So yeah, 17% to be more precise, but yeah. So that looks good to me. We are positioned on Ethereum. I'm not worried. Listen, guys, I'm not worried about, yes, right. Day trade style. Would I buy here at the top of the range? No, probably not. Why? We'll probably get a pullback. But here's the thing, guys. I don't have time to worry about that. Okay. Like I have other things to do with my life. If I believe as a swing trader, all right, my philosophy is that if I just put my stop loss in the right place that is well outside intraday volatility and I make a logical target, all right, I don't need to sit here and obsess about, oh my God, I need to get into a trade at such a price that I will have almost no drawdown or reduce my drawdown. I don't care about that. And I think that most traders shouldn't care about that, right? So like my stop loss is at 2,900. All right. So let's go to the intraday chart and let's show you where that is. My stop loss is all the way down here. Okay. I don't care if price moves in this range. I don't care. Yes, I bought at the top. Not ideally the best thing for a day trade, but I don't care if price comes down here. I don't care. As long as it doesn't hit my stop loss, I don't care. I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to take this trade because it's high. I'm going to wait for a pullback, because you do that and you don't get the pullback because crypto's pretty bullish when it's bullish. You get in and go. Let's go. And that's why I'm using a smaller position size so that my brain doesn't freak out if I wake up tomorrow morning and I have drawdown. If I would take like a $20,000 or $30,000 position size like I normally do for day trades, and where a small movement's going to put me, like immediately hundreds of dollars, like P&L, then that's different. It's psychologically difficult to watch big numbers of drawdown. All right, it's psychologically difficult to watch big numbers of drawdown. But again, just focus on the higher time frames. Put your stops in logical places and just stop worrying about the small stuff, man. Just build a good strategy and stop hyper optimizing. Like, just get off the couch and start trading, guys. All right. Okay. So we've got the daily all figured out. Life's good. Did we? Oh, sorry. I could have done some more TA here on the daily for Ethereum as well. Again, we had this nice IV crush here. Kind of volatility peaked here, and we actually got a volatility kind of reset right now. I'd like to see some expansion to the upside. Yes, RSI is overbought, but again, what is the relative strength index? It is the relative strength index. This is letting us know that price is high. It's strong, okay? Yes, we do see reversals from overbought RSI, but in crypto, we can also see when things get very bullish. That's also the sign of the rally, all right? Again, we can see many, many situations where RSI has stayed overbought for ridiculous amounts of time in bull cycles. Again, all you have to do is just go back and look throughout history. And then same time where RSI will reach overbought and then start pulling back, but price continues moving up. So again, indicators are very powerful. Indicators are very good, but you have to also take things into context, and it helps if you gain market experience. So you kind of know these things. All right, 15-minute time frame, and we do, of course, want the split screen because we always like to look at the 15 with the 1, right, to get more precise entries. And let's just bring that back. And what do we got going on here? All right, so intraday, we are going to want to put on our we're going to keep that off for now. So we're just doing our regular trading. And let's get SVP on, VRVP. Where's my oh yeah, SVP is on. Okay, great. And VWAP. All right. VWAP, EMAs, SVP, VRVP. All right, and that's really all we need. All right. So what do we see here? Okay, overall, price has not gone above 2 standard deviations of VWAP yet. What is the? Oh, Kimozabi asks. Oh, good question, Kimozabi. He asks, why do I think that Ethereum will go to 3,600 based on the close above 3K? The thinking behind that is that very similar for the idea of Bitcoin. All right. Once an asset, in my experience, once an asset closes above a low volume node level of resistance, all right, again, it tends to shoot up to the next high volume node because it wants to go to liquidity. The next big bundle of liquidity for Ethereum is around 35 to 3,600. All right. So yeah, I'm being a little brave with 3667, but that's okay. Also, right, I'm biased to trade to the long side and believe that we can have big, powerful movements to the long side because we have been. All right. So obviously, what is the reasoning behind that? Again, just being bullish when things are bullish is a pretty good bias to have. What is the negative kind of extreme of that? Survivorship bias, right? Believing that just because something has worked and it worked out well for you in the past, that it will work out again in the future, which may be distanced from reality. And of course, these are some of the dangers of trading. So again, we can see price just on a smaller scale here, for example, right? We had this high volume node, okay, that we were able to close above. And look what we did. We blasted through the low volume node. So that is really the reasoning here, right? Ethereum's price is closed above its high volume node. It's into the low volume node. And I think that we're going to blast through, especially given the fact that Bitcoin has kind of hung out in this area directly below its low volume node for a while in this high volume node. And I think we're starting to get those bullish signals to the upside here. We can see here, here's another example here. We can see that price is kind of consolidating at this high volume node, the daily point of control. And then what happens once we get into the low volume node? We're going to reject or blast through, and you just got to, if you're going to trade it, you got to take a bet. You got to pick a side. You got to go in one way or the other. You can't trade both sides at the same time. Well, you can, but that's complicated. But what happens? We blast through, right? And then what happens? We hang out in a high volume node for a while. We blast through a low volume node, hang out in a high volume node, and then blast through a low volume node, hang out in a high volume node, blast through a low volume node, hang out in a high volume node. All right. We're hanging out at a high volume node. Price is coming down into a low volume node right now. I would actually expect it to get bought up right now. Let's see. Or again, blast through. All right. Came down to the 55 EM. All right. We're blasting through. We're blasting through. Should see. Okay, cool. Yeah, we did get pick up at the 55 EM there. And you can see that buyers did decide to step in that LVN. And buy at 30,112. So yes, dip down into the low volume node. And so far, it has been bottomed up. Price does not want to hang out here, right? There's no incentive for price to hang out here. All right, so not bad. We're not going to short, right? Remember, guys, we still have the red button disabled. We're only trading to the long side. Good questions. All right. Stun Gun, what's up, man? Advice on best alts to hold for the alt season. All right. Well, so again, I can't, or excuse me, the way we do things here, it's a good question. I love you, Stun Gun. Thanks for joining the stream. I do have my portfolio. It is available for all of the members in the premium trading group. Information on that in the description. But what I can tell you is that focusing on narratives is good. All right. So again, obviously you want Bitcoin and Ethereum in your portfolio. All right. You want layer ones in your portfolio. You want things like Optimism. You want things like Arbitrum. All right. You want some new shiny things, obviously, because shiny things will do well. And we've had a lot of exciting new protocols drop. So again, there's just an endless array of things out there that are really good to get. You got Starknet, you've got Manta Protocol, you've got Dimension. So, so many things. What I would generally do is just pick high quality alts, right, to make up the bulk of your portfolio, and don't be a super risky degen. All right. It is better. I generally advise people. This is the high probability way to achieve good success in the cryptocurrency markets. All right. The high probability way to achieve quote unquote life-changing money is to come in with a $50,000 to $100,000 portfolio and invest in high quality top 100 projects for the cycle. All right. There you go. I said it. Okay. It's an easy way to 10x that money. Take $50,000, turn it into $500,000. That's life-changing money for just about everybody in the world. Take $100,000 and turn it into $1 million. Bam, you're a millionaire. You can do a lot with that. All right. Is that enough to retire? Again, yes. If you choose to live a certain lifestyle, right, you're going to have to move to a place where the standard of where you can have a lower cost of living. All right. But these things are totally possible. All right. If you are in your 20s and 30s and you make $1 million and you are single, you can definitely go live for the rest of your life over in Thailand. Absolutely. All right. So these are all just personal choices you have to make. But if you want to kind of stick to the American lifestyle, $1 million is not going to be enough if you're in your 20s and 30s or even 40s to not work for the rest of your life. It's just not. You're not going to, unless you make some very, again, it's possible, right? You could make some very frugal decisions, right? Live in a camper van. That's totally possible. I mean, a good camper van is going to cost you 150K, so you're already down like 15% on your net worth. All right. Again, what you can do is start putting that money to work for you. But again, let's not focus on that. What I want to focus on is kind of this idea, right? A lot of people think they're going to come into crypto with $1,000 and turn it into $10 million. And like, yes, that will happen to 10 people. Yes, that will happen to 10 people. And there is a 99.999999% chance that you are not going to be one of those 10 people. All right. You're not putting the odds in your favor. Those individuals are extremely lucky. It's chance. They had no idea that they were going to put it all on black and that they were going to win. They put all their money into the one right altcoin that won 1010x% up. That's likely not going to happen to just about anybody. I have made my money in the cryptocurrency markets, and I have never yet hit like I've never like bought an alt that like went up 10,000%. It's never happened to me. And I've been doing this professionally for 6 years. All right. And I haven't needed to do that. So the better way to do this is to come into the markets with money, make good choices, safe choices, and watch that money grow. The wrong way to do it, I think, is coming in with a small amount of money and making extremely risky choices and then losing it all most likely. So that's my little public service announcement. But as far as coin selection, all right, as far as coin selection goes, look at that. Price went back into the high volume node. Amazing. It's like TA works. As far as coin selection, here's what I would recommend to just about everybody. Go to CoinGecko. Go to CoinGecko. Go over to the categories tab, and you are going to see, all right, you are going to see all these categories of coins. We call these narratives. All right. We call these narratives. All right. And what are very popular narratives right now? Obviously, layer ones are very popular narratives. All right. DeFi is a very popular narrative. All right. Ethereum 2.0 staking is a popular narrative. Layer twos are a popular narrative. GameFi is an extremely popular narrative. DePIN, pretty popular. Artificial intelligence. Layer zeros can be a good narrative. Modular blockchains are a very popular narrative. Real world assets is probably my second most popular narrative for 2024 next to GameFi. And honestly, the restaking is a good narrative. And honestly, the rest of these I don't think are great narratives. I mean, yeah, sure, there's definitely things to them, but I'm not seeing any, and I'm not seeing really any narrative past 50, with the exception of account abstraction, maybe. That I think is going to be really big. But again, that's just me. Wool gathering. So use that. Go to the categories. Start doing your research. Identify what narrative makes the most sense to you. What narrative do you see? Well, what narrative do you see other influencers talking about? What narratives do you see other traders talking about? Obviously there's lots of public portfolio websites now. You can go look at a lot of different portfolios. But I will throw you guys something. I would definitely have, listen, again, I don't want to pick out your narratives, pick quality coins from those narratives, keep your portfolio small, no more than 20 coins, because otherwise you can't manage it if you have more than 20 coins, in my opinion. And, so do the barbell strategy. You want to fill your portfolio with safer things. So biggest allocations into Ethereum and Bitcoin. And then you want the majority of the rest of your portfolio in high quality top alt projects from good narratives. And then with, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20%, if you want to be a real degen, percent of your portfolio, come down here and pick some projects out of narratives that you think have the ability to grow, right? That you think may be undervalued right now, that you think are really going to do well. So for example, like if you're into Kadena and you think Kadena is going to pop, get some Kadena ecosystem coins. If you think that music, projects are going to take off, or LSDFi or Discord bots or insurance or move to earn or any of these things that I think are not going to do well. But if you think they will, that's where you can like get your beta, right? Go pick your, go do degen with like 5, 10, 15% of your portfolio, but don't do it with 100% of your portfolio. Do it with 100%. Oh, yeah, Man Bear Bull says you got to hold that cock inu, man. You got to hold it. Kimozabi says, I agree to be bullish while price action is bullish. I was trying to explain on another channel I moderate for. Someone was calling for 6K Ethereum. I told him I need a weekly lower low close before looking down. Yeah, I mean, listen, that was my thought for most of this. Kind of my main thought process was looking for this kind of pre-halving dump, right? And it's kind of difficult to let go of what you think is going to happen in the market, you know, but I definitely understand where you're coming from. I'm pretty well versed on miner profitability. My thoughts on these 10K callers on BTC. Are you talking about? Well, we can go look at mining profitability, right? We have that data from Glassnode. I'll probably have to log in. So give me a sec. Yeah, give me 1 second here, boys. Oh, we only got like 13 minutes left in the stream. All right. That's all right. All right, we're in the Glassnode. Let's see here. Total miner revenue. I mean, pretty stable to me. Wouldn't $10,000 Bitcoin cause a minor death spiral and even worse after the halving? Listen, if I can be honest, right? Those words, this mining death spiral is something I've heard every single cycle and it's never happened. Yeah, I would not worry about that stuff too much, man. I would not worry about that stuff too much. Ju Shui, I'm sorry, we are not streaming to Twitch anymore, unfortunately. I do see you in the general chat, my friend. Right. Let's see here. What else do we got? Did I record? Oh my God. No, I didn't record the I forgot to hit the record button. I'm absolutely useless. So this will be the only piece of content today. I apologize. It's like I don't even know what I'm doing here, guys. Don't worry, I'll get the hang of this. I promise. But it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Since we kind of started off today, today was a good stream, so there's no like long stream starting intro or anything for anybody to watch. So people can just rewatch the video on demand and get today's market analysis. I think that'll be okay. But tomorrow we'll have normal content coming out. Just let me get past this infinite day of carpet cleaning. Tyler says the Ethereum Bitcoin chart is crashing on the lower timeframes. Good time to BTFD. I mean, I should have BTFD'd Ethereum right there, right? Like that's exactly what I was talking about. ETH Bitcoin. Well, first off, before we talk about lower time frames, let's talk about higher time frames. Yeah, Ethereum Bitcoin has done very, very well. Ethereum Bitcoin on the daily just peaked overbought and hit a higher low. Now, I am a big believer in Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin this cycle, as evidenced by the Ethereum Bitcoin chart going up. And keep in mind that I've already made the trade. I've already made the relative value trade. I swapped a lot of my Bitcoin for Ethereum. I demand a carpet cleaning live stream marathon. You guys don't want that. Nobody wants that. What do you guys think about by the way, what do you guys think about what do you guys think about this? All right. Do you guys like this? Is this okay? my plan with this is to put up the sound panels. The sound panels, right? So I've got the black. We rebranded our new brand colors are black and like solar green. So I've got the green solar panels that I want to put back here, or not solar, Jesus Christ. The green and black foam panels I want to put back here. And I think that'll look a little bit nicer until it gets warmer and I can move back out into the studio. So what do you guys think? Do you guys prefer this, or do you guys prefer seeing the backdrop with the fireplace and the lights and everything? So you guys let me know. FBTC on LTFs dumping. I mean, I really like the weekly here. We are of course running into weekly resistance, but I think as long as Bitcoin is able to hold not 0.5, I'm going to be totally fine. I'm going to be totally fine with holding a big bag of Ethereum. Let's see here. Yeah, so in a range, we've got, so we've just deviated from the range. That's totally fine. So we do want to continue making forward progress. We have broken above the daily 200 SMA. The last time we did that, we did dump back down into the range. So we've come back up. We're in a high volume node right now. I'm very bullish if we hold 0.59. But likely we see a pullback into the low volume node before a move on up. The current point of control is at 0.06. That would be kind of my next target. So I'd be expecting pullbacks to 0.58 or 0.56, either of these low volume nodes. I would like the top of the range to hold. And then next target would be another 11% move into the upside for Ethereum. All right, Alex likes the fireplace. He thinks it's cozy. All right, wait until you see these black panels behind me, though. Let me get the panels up and like put some cool lights back there, and then we'll think. And we'll see what you think about it. All right, what else do we got? We got some good input from DeBird. What's up, my brother? We want this. Yeah, very nice movement from Ethereum here. Ethereum's very bullish right now. All right, we're coming back up to the top of the range. Do we reject or do we break through? Breakout traders are probably right on edge right now. Breakout trade, of course, keep in mind, we only have about 0.5% up to previous resistance and 2 standard deviations on VWAP. So if we continue charging after that, whoo boy, that's powerful. Bird says, usually when people start talking about narratives and you hear it for the first time, do not buy immediately since it's likely peak engagement at that time. Instead, write it down and come back when nobody talks about it anymore and start DCing in. Wise words of wisdom, my friend. That is good portfolio management right there. Yes, sir. Yes, to Crypto says, did somebody say DJ? Also, LTF volatility is pegged in the least surprising comment. Tyler. Yes to crypto. It's a good point. Did a death spiral happen when Bitcoin dumped from 20K to 3K? Right? Yeah, that was before the last halving. Listen, we typically see a lot of so one of the reasons that we speculate that March is a negative return month for Bitcoin usually, especially in halving, or especially in years where the halving occurs, it is theorized that miners dump a lot of BTC prior to the halving because they know the rewards are going to get slashed. And there's usually the pre-rally halving, so they have an opportunity to kind of exit a lot of their stuff cheaply. So yeah, I don't know if I believe that though, right? I don't know if I believe that though. It certainly makes sense. It makes sense, right? Yes. No, yeah, I'm sorry, yes to crypto. You can gift members on your mobile device, but you have to open up Chrome or Brave in desktop mode and go to YouTube in your web browser in desktop mode, and you can do it from there. Unfortunately, they haven't added that functionality in to the mobile app yet. Yeah, unfortunately. All right. All right, 5 minutes left in the stream, guys. Like I said, we're just doing a quick one this morning. And we will be back for a regular 2-hour slot tomorrow. Yeah, Bitcoin as well, breaking out above its previous high. We're not a long distance away. We broke through the liquidations to the upside. All right, so this is overall pretty gosh darn bullish, guys. Like really gosh darn bullish. I'm not gonna lie. All right, real quick before we end, of course, I know what you guys came here for. We'll be talking about this a little bit later, guys. What do we got going on here? All right, we don't want, what do we want? We want my alts, LTF. Yeah, here we go. Sorry. Yeah, you guys got me a little messed up. Fairdesk copy trade pairs. Let's keep it on the 4 hour so we can maybe get some opportunities here. And let's go through our alts and see if we have any trade opportunities. We want basic. There we go. Solana on the 4 hour time frame got a volatility crush. Is holding support at the 200 exponential moving average and pretty strong bullish buyback right now. I would be bullish on Solana short term. Arbitrum as well. Volatility. I don't know. Volatility got pretty crushed on the upswing there. I would probably just chill on Optimism, or excuse me, on Arbitrum. It's totally fine, but I don't like how it's Optimism I'd be pretty bullish on. Sui I'd probably be pretty bullish on here. Because we're consolidating at the 200 exponential moving average. That already played out. I already took profit on that. We are at the demand zone, and we're just kind of looking for this pop before if things are going to switch bearish. Then we usually get a pre-dump pop. So I'd be pretty bullish on Sui 2 as well. Chainlink, again, popping off of the 200 EMA. We do have resistance now here at the 55, but the volume is good and volatility did get crushed kind of leading into this. So we could, again, see another 4 to 8 hours of upside here. BNB just continuing to charge to the upside here, guys, and breaking out above previous resistance. Not pretty bad. Not good. Not bad. Matic looks really good here. Very strong, very bullish. Ape looks very strong, very bullish. XRP, probably going to pump with everything else, but remember, XRP is a little bit of a dark horse. Aptos had a very strong movement. Cardano looks good. So you guys know that, again, we're bullish on Dogecoin. Polkadot's looking good. Uniswap would be a pretty... I would avoid Uniswap. Again, it just had a huge pop. This would be an aggressive buyback. Bitcoin Cash, we're not going to mess with Bitcoin Trash. Filecoin, been pretty bullish. It's pretty aggressive pullback. I don't like its consolidation. AXS, I'd probably avoid. Maker looks okay. Ethereum Classic is probably pretty bullish along with Ethereum here. YFI, I'd probably avoid because of that big pop. And Phantom actually looks pretty good, but unfortunately, I would probably avoid Phantom as well, and Didex. They just look different. They look weird. EOS. VeChain looks all right, but I probably wouldn't trade it. So listen, the tops look pretty good today, guys. Our Solanas, our Arbitrums, our Optimisms, our excuse me, I said avoid Arbitrum. Solana, Optimism, Sui, Chainlink, Matic, Ape, Aptos, ADA, Doge, all those look really good. Polkadot looks really good. But then the slightly more exotic ones like File, VeChain, Phantom, those I don't like those right now. Mantle is looking amazing. Listen, I don't know too much about Mantle. I haven't traded it because it's not in my Fairdesk copy trade pairs that I can trade. I've heard a lot of chatter about it, but listen, to be honest, it's just something I know almost nothing about. I know almost nothing about Mantle, so I really can't speak on it, unfortunately, my friend. But Binance listings, things usually pop, but Binance listings are usually sell the news events. It depends. It depends on how many exchanges the coin has been on prior to the Binance listing. And it depends on, things like the liquidity, circulating supply, all of these kind of things. It also depends on you can kind of tell how the project is going to do. If it pumps on Binance, if it dumps on Binance, But all right, guys, listen, thank you guys so much. I apologize. We had to do a short stream this morning. I just wanted to pop on, give you guys my TA on Bitcoin, Ethereum, give you guys some targets. I am bullish. Talked about those. Swing trade though, I didn't take any day trade scalps, so be careful if you follow along with me because there might be drawdown. We are at the top of the range, so it's totally fine. We might not completely break out today, but I would like to see some nice forward progress the next few days. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me for another morning live stream. If you guys like the privacy thing, I kind of like it. You know what I mean? Like, we can do better. Get my phone panels up there. I think it'll be looking pretty good. We will be back tomorrow morning for another episode of the live crypto trading room. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, sarcastic remarks, hot stock tips, or death threats, please leave them in the comments section down below. I'll get to them as soon as I can. Join our Discord community so you can stay active even after the show is over. And if you guys would like to copy trade me or sign up to our premium trading group where you get access to my portfolio, all of our trading signals from our team of traders, as well as our coursework, our premium indicator package, and much, much more. You can find all the information about that in the description. I wish you guys the best. Trade safely, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers now.
You